Hey everybody, welcome to GDS Railways. My name is Greg. This is my YouTube channel. Tonight I have something very special for you guys. We're going to talk about some Steeple Cab locomotives. But before we get started on that, to all of our returning subscribers, hello, thank you. We appreciate you visiting. We appreciate you liking our videos, the comments, the suggestions, the camaraderie. We really appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. For those of you that have not yet subscribed, I'm just going to say it like I've said for a while now. Why not? All right, so Steeple Cab locomotives. Steeple Cab locomotives were primarily electric. They operated in dense urban cores where large freight trains had difficulty getting in and out for various reasons. The Steeple Cab were used to move people and freight. You wouldn't have found the Steeple Cab very much in the rural areas because once again they were electric and they needed an infrastructure to work. So they had a job, but it was mostly in the urban core. So I'm fixing to show you a few of my Steeple Cabs that I've acquired. Just recently we've acquired the very old Lionel and Ives, and I guess we already had the others. But anyway, I just thought it was be nice to just kind of showcase the Steeple Cabs. So with no further ado, let's get that started. Okay, let's start off with the Ives Steeple Cab 3252. We actually have not had this one a whole long time, so we haven't worked out quite all the bugs. It does run. There are some bugs to be worked out, as pretty much all of them that we receive. You might notice that sometimes they look like they run pretty well for us here. That's not a coincidence. We work on them quite often and we try to do the best that we can, and generally the results are pretty good. So this is the Ives 3252 once again. It was produced from 1926 to 1927. This guy obviously has been repainted and renumbered. The color choice is a little, well, it's not my favorite. Let's just put it that way. But you know what? It looks cool, and I like it. We're not going to mess with that. So all right, then next on this lineup we have and if you saw this video earlier, this is the number 66 tank car. This guy is really scratched. I mean, he looks like he's been there and done that a couple times over, right? I'm actually thinking about maybe repainting this one. Generally speaking, I don't repaint anything, but this may be a good candidate. It looks like we don't really have a lot to lose, right? All right, then next, imagine that. It is another tank car. Now we got this in a part slot, and I actually bought it for the hot boxes. And I was gonna put it on the orange ones, but I just didn't have the heart to do it. So now we have two tank cars. All right, and then last but not least, we have the number 63 gondola, which actually looks pretty nice. That's the nicest portion of this set, in my opinion anyway. And then to come, we have a caboose, which obviously is not here yet. We just bought that today. So, but once again, this is a pretty nice addition to the Steeple Cab collection. I think we will enjoy this very much. The issues that we currently have with this is that the power pickup to the track is actually, well, it's missing. And then they have kind of it bent down to where it actually touches the track. It does kind of work. We'll try to make it run here in a little bit. If it doesn't, we won't sweat it too much. All right, moving on. Okay, so here's the Lionel Tinny. It is the largest of the Steeple Cab locomotives in my collection. The Lionel Tinny was produced from 1926 to 1930. This is a standard gauge locomotive. It is actually the first standard gauge locomotive that I purchased. I didn't know anything at all about standard gauge locomotives when I purchased it. I kind of learned the hard way that restoring these and putting them back together is a little bit of a financial situation that's a little tough. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I just make sure that my checkbook was a little fatter before I started. So once again, this is the Lionel Tinny, and all of this came by the way, as a set. I bought this from the original owner. They were all bought at the same time as a set. So all right, the Lionel Tinny is followed by the Lionel 339 Pullman passenger car. This was produced from 1925 to 1933. Obviously, it is also standard gauge. Then next up, we have the Lionel 332 mail car, produced from 1926 to 1933. And then finally, but last but not least, we have the observation car, the 341 observation car, 1925 to 1933. All in all, this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful set. I love and cherish this set. Once again, it was a little bit of a financial undertaking to get all this back together, but no regrets whatsoever. I mean, just look at it. How could you possibly regret that? All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, everybody, this is the first Steeple Cab locomotive I ever bought. I bought this on eBay. I think it was $7, and that included shipping. And the reason I bought it is I didn't know what the heck it was. Like, what is that thing? It is so ugly. It's got to be something, right? Well, part of the problem in identifying it is it was missing its roof, and that made it, marginally difficult. I mean, I did figure it out. It wasn't that hard. This is actually an American Flyer. It's a 1218. They were produced from 1920 to 1925. And before anybody goes, ooh, rare, no. They made these by the boatloads. I mean, by the boatloads. They made so many of these that they literally, they had a hard time getting rid of them. In later years, they would add a headlight. The headlight wasn't originally there. That was kind of an attempt to sell. And anyway, this is the first one that I got, and you may notice it doesn't have wheels. Well, it did have wheels when I got it, but so I figured, that maybe it would be a good parts donor for another one, and I did manage to actually get the original motor to run, and so I bought another body. So that's the chassis from the yellow one, which turned out to be actually pretty good. But this is once again the more fancy. Now, I did steal the headlight off the yellow one, but it did have a headlight. It just wasn't very pretty. It was all bent up and banged up. Now, these are pretty much known for never being in pristine condition. They were played with a lot. They're pretty durable. I mean, this guy still runs. He runs really well. We'll show you that in a minute. I don't have the cars that would have come with this. But when we run it in there, we're going to run some American Flyer passenger cars. I think I have 2 or 3 in there, and that will be appropriate age-wise to run behind this. So once again, this was my crash course in Steeple Cab. And fortunately, I had an open mind because this guy is really not too terribly pretty, is he? All right, let's move on. Okay, and last but definitely not least, we have the Granddaddy Steeple Cab of them all. This is the Lionel 154. It was produced in 1917, and it is missing some paint and everything, but you know what? To me, it is gorgeous. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. And then it came with 3 of what they call the 600 series cars. Now check this out, guys. I love this. This is so awesome. Like, whoa. How did they do that? Wow. I guess it's got to be like, a piece of metal here. But that is just awesome. I mean, over 100 years old. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, all right. Then got the passenger cars here. Once again, the 600 series. Once again, the paint is not great on them, but you know what? As far as I'm concerned, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You like the way I said beautiful? Beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, guys. So this has been the Steeple Cab Locomotives. These are the ones that are currently in my collection. Who wants to go see them run? Me. Let's go. Okay, about to apply some power to some of these tracks. I have no clue what's about to happen. We have the oldest locomotives I believe that I have on the track, so if they're a little cranky, I guess we'll forgive them a little bit. So there goes the 10E. Believe it or not, he's like the most predictable. All right, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to do this Ives last. because he's the least predictable and also probably the least actually track worthy. All right, now I got the Tinny running. Happy with that. Okay, next I think I want to do the American Flyer. It tends to be a little sensitive to the throttle, so you kind of got to watch it for a minute. These transformers I'm using are a little higher amp than what they actually need, so they tend to get going pretty good, pretty quickly. Alright, so I think it could be just a little bit slower yet. That's probably about it. Alright, well we got two going. Alright. Better make him go, but hey, he seems like he's willing and able. Alright, so we got 3 of the 4 Steeple Cabs going. Awesome. Slow that little guy down. Alright, who's ready for the Ives? Let's see if we can get all 4 going at once. Oh, yep, yay! Alright! Hey, we made it work. Woo-hoo! Bunch of Steeple Cabs Locomotives running around the track. Wow, that's awesome. What are y'all thinking about this? Oh my goodness. You know, I don't know how much more that Ives is gonna go, but we're gonna let it run. Wow. Look at that. Look at I think the Ives just went kaput. Well, you know, I told you if it didn't work, we weren't gonna push it, so we're not gonna push it. It needs the contact on the bottom for the track, and right now it's just basically a bent piece of metal that somebody has kind of rigged up. So, all right, what do you guys think about this? I think I'm just gonna be quiet for a minute. I'm just gonna stand here and be mesmerized. How about you guys? About it. I have enjoyed showing you these Steeple Cabs, and I've enjoyed running them. I've enjoyed running them all together. That was pretty cool. I wonder if I could prod the Ives. Let's try it. Hello, Mr. Ives. Oh, don't have any power to the track apparently. Let's try it again. Alright guys, how about this? All the Steeple Cabs running at once. Wow. That's just awesome. Oh, looks like the Ives stopped on us again. Alright, well, you know what? I've had fun with this. This has been awesome. So alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, let's give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up, yes, thumbs up for the Steeple Cabs. Woohoo! Alright. So, alright, I think this is about it. Until next time, this is about all the shenanigans for now. GGS Railways out.